Hello guys, si Keshan Pelosa ulit ito at welcome sa episode 49 ng larutan ng Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut main campaign. So, malapit na tayo matapos guys. Tignan natin kung gaano pa katagal. Siguro, tignan natin, baka swerte tayo, matapos na natin ngayon. So, tuloy. Kailangan lang natin iligtas si kailangan natin pakawalan yung physical body ni Firewing. Tsaka kailangan natin dispatcha rin si Odron. Ito na yung final confrontation eh. Bago tayo nung huli tayong natapos guys, in-explore natin itong matrix eh. So tatlo 99. Secondary door. Okay. Isang section na lang. Ito na lang sa taas, tapos pwede na mag-jack out. Wala na yatang point. Anyway, sige. Labas na. Jack out na tayo. Teka. Wala eh. Dead end na eh. Okay. Okay, teka. Balik tayo dito sa may dito. Ay, tama ba? Teka. Tama dito. Yung may exhaust. Yung may vent. Tama nga ba? Diyan nga ba? Ay, ito pala. Report, tapos pull the bypass valve. Okay. The air begins to stir, then develops into a stronger pull of air as air is sucked rapidly through the large circular vent. The light above number 4 is currently lit on the adjacent panel. Puncture the nerve gas container and place it in the intake. The gas is quickly sucked into the vent. So, kung sino man yung mga nandun sa kwarto na yun, deads na sila ngayon. So, hanapin natin yan. Dito ba yun? Napintuan lang eh. So, dito. Ano to? Paikot lang yun. Okay, fine. Kapunta ba tayo dito? Check lang natin to. May ano pa, may trick pa. Dalawa. Ito yung jack point. Masyado sila malapit eh, pero teka. Markahan natin ito isa. Saan si Glory? Nakalimutan ko yung additional move niya. So, di na ito makakilos for now. So, kanon yan. Ano na yan? Mintis pa, pasaway. Okay, mark. Okay pa rin. Ikaw na. Okay lang, at least diba na. Okay. Okay, dito naman tayo sa kwarto na to. Ito lang din yung bungad pala eh. Secure door. Scorpion. Dalawa. Kita mo ba? Hindi eh, isa lang eh. Isa na lang. Naman dito. Palak na pinto. Grenade. Maganda kay Iger yan. Na lang. Paano i-unlock itong pintuan na to? Hindi naman na yata kailangan eh. Tayo kanina. Ito dito. Transition room. Equipment. Black supply locker rests here on the ground. It's a combination pad glowing faintly. Meron tayong code niyan. Teka, saan ba yung code? $3972. Ay, 3971. Drugs ang laman. Check nga natin. Yan. Hindi naman ako gagamit yan eh. Pero at least kunin natin. Okay, transition to the next area. Konti na lang. Teka. Ano yan? Medical station. Para makapag fully recover tayo. Teka. This chamber is equipped with a small emergency medical suit. The system appears to be designed to automatically treat major tissue damage in high trauma situations. The machine lights up as you approach, making a soft humming sound. A line of text appears on the unit's LCD screen. Bumona Emergency Field Trauma Unit Online. OS 1.213. Initiating. Please stand by. Emergency Field Trauma Unit. Greetings, trauma victim. Would you like to activate treatment protocols? Check mo natin yung treatment history. Text scrolls down the small screen. Patient 291, multiple third-degree burns. Patient 290, multiple third-degree burns then. 289, multiple second-degree burns. 288, minor chemical burns. 287, multiple third-degree burns. Ano ba yan? Okay, so full recovery tayo. After several minutes of needle prods, sutures, and administration of unknown chemicals, your own combat injuries are fully healed. So, fully recovered tayo. So, teka. Medical supplies. This cabinet is stocked with high-end medical kits. There are enough kits for each member of your team to have one. Pass the medikits. You pass out the medikits to your team. Tanggalin ka. Sige, ayan, iwan ko na lang muna. E-trick. Kailangan mo yan, teka. Tanggalin natin tong itong mga fetish. Dalawa lang. Stash na lang. Stash na lang ulit. Check na natin yung gamit yung gear natin. So naka level 3 ako. Oh, meron siya itong si Glory meron din. Si Iger may problema, dalawa lang, kulang. Okay. Meron pa ba tayo pwedeng i-touch dito? Wala na. So save natin dito, tapos enter tayo sa pinto. Ang tanong nito, matatapos kaya natin ngayon? Tingnan natin. Malapit na eh. You're about to transition to a new location. Continue. Oh, syempre. Dragonfall. You exit the clean room to find yourself at the threshold of a vast underground chamber. If the abandoned facility that you just fought through was purgatory, then you now stand at the gateway to hell. The heat emanating from ahead hits you like a hammer. The smell of sulfur and ozone is enough to make your lunch want to find somewhere to hide. Above the noise created by the whir of turbines, you can hear the deep rumble of something feral waking up. Something very, very big. You check your weapons and step into the vast chamber. Okay, ito na yun. Ito na yung pinakahuling confrontation. Teka, save natin dito. Save ulit natin. Kaya lang, sayang yung kulang ako sa kulang pa ng at least 2 sana eh. 2 karma points pa sana eh. Okay. Tama tayo makita eh. Forward. Ayun, pasaway. Dito si Audron. The scarred orc shouts at you from across the room. How the fuck are you still alive? And what do you think you're doing down here? Raise your weapon. I've come to kill you, Audron. You're going to pay for what you've done. You're about to commit an atrocity. You think I'm gonna scurry off and let you do it? You aren't unleashing that dragon, Audron. I'll kill you before you do. Don't mind me just passing through. Sige, gawin natin pasahan natin siya ng sarcasm. Don't mind me just passing through. No, seriously, how did you? His eyes glitter, triumphant. Oh, I get it. You made a deal, didn't you? You made a deal with her. That bitch in the jar upstairs helped you. And in return, you're gonna help her climb back into her meat body again. Am I right? He snorts. And what did she promise you? Gold, jewels, eternal life? She offered all that stuff to me too, for decades. Raise your weapons. I'm done talking with you, Arton. Get out here and fight. Isn't that nice for you? You should have taken her up on it. And you think that I care? Ito na lang. Dagdagan pa natin yung sarcasm. His deformed face twists into a vicious smile. Doesn't matter with that monster's help. I'm gonna change the world. At the very least, the dragon will die, and at most, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. You're nuts, Audron. You belong in a padded cell. Last chance, stop this or I'll put you down. It isn't too late. We can still talk this out. Ito na, last chance. An ominous rumble fills the chamber. Slowly, the Firewing's body begins to shift. There is a sound like hundreds of fingernails digging into blackboards. The dragon's scales scraping across the floor. Hear that? That's the sound of change. Beautiful, isn't it? With an ear-splitting roar, the dragon's great bulk begins to rise. Waves of hot, foetid breath wash over you as she struggles against her chains. She's awake. The orc stares at the dragon's sinuous form with something close to awe. It's time. Asa ka ba, Audron? Kailangan pumunta na ako dyan eh. Teka lang. Kailangan kitang tirahan. Teka, ano eh? Matrix pump. Teka. Kailangan banata ko na talaga si Audron eh. Teka. Kailangan makita ko siya. Saan ba maganda pumwesto na hindi ako madidisgrasya ng gusto? Kailangan makikita ko siya eh. Makita ko naman siguro siya dyan, no? O dito muna. Para pwede rin ako tumira kahit isang shot. Hindi kita. Hindi siya makita dito. Teka. Okay lang, kahit medyo out in the open. Hindi ko rin kita. Kawawa naman to. Ano ba yan? Sa baba, pwede kong may sunig ako matidisgrasya. Wala naman kung pwede tamaan. Wala pa kung pwede target. Ito, kita ko to. Okay. Si Glory. Abot mo ba siya? Hindi eh. Hindi talaga abot eh. Ito na lang muna unahin mo. Ay, di ko ginamit yung ano niya. Next turn na lang. Yan lang ba nakikita mo? O, yun nga. O, yun lang. Teka. Isang turn lang naman yan eh. Teka. Pwede pumeso hindi ako mabubugbog. Kasi dito. So lang nakikita mo talaga yan. No? Kaya at least tanggal na yung isang yan. Sana kung abot mo eh. Pwede. Kailangan buwasan yung virus levels eh. Teka. Paano ba pumasok doon? Paano ba siya pakakawalan? Teka. Wala. Since nandito na ako. Teka. Makita yun eh. Mark you. Tapos meron pa ako isang shot. Okay na. Tapos kailangan ko itong access. Computer terminal. Panacea Pump Station 1. Infusion Management System version 4.5.1. Infusion sequence initiated. Warning, Panacea infusion sequence is locked. Disengage safety protocol to enable emergency venting of virus. Vent A. Disengage safety protocol, Vent A. Vent A safety protocol disengaged. Vent A is now unlocked for manual venting. Note, the virus infusion process will automatically reinitiate after emergency venting. Next ano, recovery. Sige, tanggalin natin to. Okay. Ikaw, nakalimutan ko yung isang ability mo eh. Okay, so at least 4 moves. Teka. Ikaw pa pwede pumasok dyan eh. So, pag inita mo na lang iba, teka. Kailangan makapwesto ko na hindi ka madidisgrasya eh. Teka. Ilang 3 moves. Dito ko na lang muna. Tulungan mo si Glory. Pangalawang pump. Teka, pwede pa ako tumira isa eh. Teka. Pwede, teka. Pangalawang pumping station, go. Okay, ganun din. Disengage safety protocol event B. Okay. Okay, Glory. Ano pwede gawin? Wala, dispatcha mo na itong mga toto. Ay, si ano pala to? Hindi makita si Glory, medyo malayo ka. Teka. No wounds to heal. Si Iger na lang. Wala din. Dahil nag-English ba? Iger. Tanggalin mo na muna ito isa at least. Parang patay ah. Tigas ah. Sige, magtulungan kayo. Yan, nagtawag pa. pa ba ibang pump? Wala na eh. Ay, ayun. Ayun. Ah, yun. Ayun yung mga vent. Ito yung mga hatch. Okay. Medyo bubog siguro. Teka. Ilang yan. May 2 moves back up. Tiger. Okay. Abot mo ba yung dalawa? So, isa. Hindi mo makita isa eh. Itong dalawang to, abot mo? Line of sight. Teka. Pwesto ka na lang muna dito. Wala na ibang skill. Ipain mo na lang yan. At least 4 na nabawasan. Teka. Okay, disengage ulit natin. Hindi mo abot, teka. Shoot ka na lang ulit, teka. Can hit adjacent target, so sige. Di sunog. Okay, ito muna. Isa akong pwede ko tumir ng isa. Okay, kayong dalawa kayo ha. Dali. Okay, 3 moves. Teka. Hindi pa sayang. Tiger. Kaya mo ba i-dispatch yung dalawang yan? Okay, nice. Okay, buti lumabas ka na rin. Pasaway ka. Ikaw lang naman ng target ko eh. Okay, fine. Ito na. Ito na yung main ito na yung main attraction, guys. So, save natin. Gawa tayo additional save. Medyo delikado eh. Yun lang naman hinihintay natin eh. Lumabas si Audron eh. Okay. Wala namang trauma kit ito. Teka. Mamaya na, unahin mo na itong pasaway na to. Sa may armor shredding mo. Okay. Tiger. Ito na kailangan mong gamitin. Ay, teka. Wag naman, teka. Ay, hindi pala pwede tumiring, teka. Pwede mo ba ako i-heal? Okay. Okay lang. Andiyan, ito na yung target natin. Ito lang naman mahalaga eh. Teka timer. Wag na tayo mag-timer, guys. Tapusin na natin to. Ito na lang eh. Okay, glory. Hindi pwede. Wala naman siya eh. Okay, ikaw naman. Teka. Banata mo na tong pesting to. Teka. Pwede mong gawin. Teka. Ikaw muna. Minus AP. So, tulog ka ngayon. May katabi ka. So, sige. Tingnan natin kung tatamaan pareho. Ay. Okay. Okay, Iger, ikaw naman, teka. Subukan natin kung matatapos na natin ito. Mas maganda nga kung matapos na eh. Okay. Ano, nagbintis? Wala nang bala. Talaga ng hit points itong animal na to ha. Kailangan tayo ulit yata mag-vent. Halos mapupuno na eh. Teka. Ilang move para pumunta doon? 2. So pwede pa ako gumamit ng skill. Teka. Sige. Saan si Audran? Smile. You're on targeted camera. Okay. Vent ulit. Okay, teka. Asan si ano? Glory. Recover ka naman. Teka. Masyado ka ng bugbog eh. Okay, Glory. Ilang shots ka? 4? May 4 turns ka. So, teka. Tanggalan mo ulit ng armor tong pasaway na to. Mali. Bakit vent? Dapat tanggalan mo ng armor si ano eh. Meron tayo niyan, may pambawi ko dyan, ano, meron pa oh. So pwede ko tumira ng isa. Smile. Kwento ulit. D-trick. Yeah. Spell. Okay, pag initan yung dalawa yan. So, taka. isang shot pa. Wala na. Wala nang bala. Kalahati ka na lang. Ilan? 3. So pwede kong gumawa ng 2 moves. Teka. Ibain mo ulit yung armor niya. Okay. Recover mo si Dietrich. Okay, Tiger. Banatan mo ulit. Pwede mong gamitin skill. Ay, teka. Double shot ulit. Ay, hindi pa pwede. Isang shot na lang. Oh, well, fine. Ano lang. Pintis pa, sayang. Okay lang. Dahil lang, konti na lang, mamamatay ka na. Ikaw lang naman ang target ko eh. Na nang pakialam sa mga assistants mo. 2. So, teka. Medyo bugbog ako, teka. Recovery. Disengage ulit. Dispatch ka din, pasaway ka. Teka. Ito bang skill natin? Kunin mo muna yun. Ano yung nakuha natin? Emergency stop key. Saan siya lalagay? Ayun dito. Hindi abot. Hindi umabot. So, hindi mo pa pwedeng gamitin. Sayang. Heal mo na lang muna si Iger. Okay, Iger, ka. Go! Starting fire execution protocol before it completes. So ayun, ligtas na siya. So kailangan na lang natin ubusin itong mga to. The fire infusion has been aborted. So kailangan ko na lang ubusin itong mga to. Tatapusin ko na talaga, guys. Ito na lang eh. May one shot ka ba? So nakikita ka ba? Basta isa lang ba nakikita mo talaga? O, isa lang talaga eh. O, ito na lang. Maximum fire. Kailangan natin tubusin. Ayan. Unahin kita. Pasaway ka. Pati na lang. Kita mo ba to? Guys, kita mo. So, gamitin natin to. Natapusin ko na to, guys. Ending na to eh. Hindi pa pwede gamitin. So, okay lang. Ang lapit mo kay Firewing. Yan lang. Bleeding. Tapusin na natin to. Para tapos na. Dalawa magkatabi. Pareho pa nagmintis. Hindi, isa hindi. May isang shot ka pa, so tanggalin mo na yun. Buhay pa rin. Isang shot ka pa. Sige, tanggalin mo na. Okay. Dalawa pa pala to. Dalawa pa pala sila eh. Kailangan matanggalan natin ito para tapos na. Saan si ano? Tapos recover mo yung sarili mo. Okay. So good na. Unahin mo naman na to. Mas pasaway yan eh. Walang bala. Isa pa isa. Isa pa eh. Asan na yun? Eto. Ay! Hindi kalaban niya. Asan na? Isa. Isa pa eh. Saan na punta yun? Isa pa ah. Makita ko nasaan. Makita saan punta yun? Isa na lang eh. Gago pa sana. Ito na pala eh. Kain, teka. Konti na lang. Kaya mo na siguro yan, T-trick, no? Pasaway. Okay, tapusin mo na ano. Glory. Nagawa din natin. Nice, tapos na yung game. Ano yan? Confront Audron. Confront Audron, patay na nga. Saan yan? At least tapos na. Tatapusin na lang natin to guys. Teka. Gawa nga ako ulit ng save point dito. Pero basta okay lang kahit tapos yung timer. Tapusin ko na talaga to. Ayoko nang ano yun. Okay. Teka, mali. Load. Para matanggal ko isang yun. Okay. Save. Tapusin na natin para tapos na. Pwede tayo mag-move on. Okay. Tapos na rin sa wakas. The burly orc's face, raw and slick with scar tissue, is contorted in a grimace of pain. You've seen this kind of wound before. He doesn't have long. Idiots, 40 years, and we finally had a chance to make a difference, and you blew it. You're the one who's bleeding out on the floor. Looks to me like you blew it. Why don't you shut up and die already? What was the point of any of this, Orton? Why kill Vauclair? Ayun, maganda itanong yun. Actually, gusto ko natin, why don't you shut up and die already? Pero tanongin natin siya, ba't niya pinatay si Vauclair? Anong point nun? He smirks through the pain, then coughs up a great wad of bloody phlegm. You looking for my secret motivation? Like maybe I was burned by a dragon as a kid, and now I want them all dead. Gonna have to disappoint you. He coughs again, writhing in agony on the floor. Then his eyes focus again, and he speaks. Vauclair was right. The worms, taking over the world, but they're just the latest in a long line to fuck us over. Corporations, politicians, dragons, all a big joke with the rest of us. The punchline. Another bloody cough. Sounds like he's struggling against a collapsed lung. Whole world is going to shit. We're on a runaway train to hell, and someone has to make it jump the tracks. I was gonna. He tries to speak, but the only thing that pours from his mouth is blood, a wet whisper, devoid of meaning. He lets out a final barking cough. A fine red mist sprays from his mouth and nostrils. His eyes go wide, and he struggles for breath. It doesn't come. The macabre wreck of his armored chest heaves once, twice, then goes still. He's dead. Buti naman. Pasalamat naman, patay na punyetang yan. Exit the facility. Pure range. Yun naman talaga ang bala ko eh. Papakawalan ko naman talaga siya eh. Ang tanong, paano gawin yun? Asan ba siya? Paano gawin yun? Asan na yung option na yun? Ayun, dito. Pasok tayo dito sa kwartong to. Okay. Go. Ay, teka. Tama ba? Teka. Di eh. Asan yun? Paano ba siya pakawalan? Wala ko idea kung paano siya pakawalan ha. Jajakin ba? Ganun ba? Hindi naman. Hindi eh. So paano ko siya pakakawalan? Meron ba ditong ano? Paano siya pakakawalan? Wala namang ano eh. Wala nang ano tag dito. Save ko muna. Baka yung operations terminal, so save ko lang. Para tapos na. Yun lang habol ko dito para tapos na. Dragon Chamber Operations Control. Sequence Operations Control Transfer. Odron AI. Panacea has been taken offline via external override. Infusion process aborted. Dragon is not infectious. Lower the astral entity containment cell into the chamber. Transfer phase range control to Apex. Unlock chamber's exit door. Toto. Pinangako ko na pakakawalan ko siya. Sasagot. Go. Astral entity containment cell has been lowered. Okay. Kausapin mo natin siya. Toto. Kailangan natin siya pakawalan eh. Kawawa naman eh. Kung si Apex pinakawalan natin eh. Dapat pakawalan natin siya. The gaunt woman stares wide-eyed as she approaches. She presses one hand to the wall of her glass prison, closes her eyes, and mouths one word: "Please." The console next to the containment cell appears to control a variety of functions related to the cell's operations, including its life support systems. Next to it is a small intercom button. Activate the intercom to speak to Fury Range. A green light activates inside the containment cell, and the gaunt woman flinches up at it, startled. Then, understanding appears on. Pasensya guys, medyo nasa mid ako eh. Then understanding appears on her face, and she begins to speak. Her eyes dali lang. Her eyes flashing from her dragon body then back to you again and again. Close now, so close. The elf has done what has been done. The longest flight nears its end. She is so close, so very close now. She stops suddenly. Her eyes take in the devices surrounding and invading the dragon's body. The tubes of which yellow liquid running into it. The monitors flashing their status. Recognition and horror explodes onto her face, and she screams a long, mournful wail. Vauclair, no! No! Defiled! I am defiled! Para siya si para siya si si Grey Lady sa Harry Potter. He defiled it with vile magic! Her face contorts in a mask of fury, and her mouth open wide, wider than should be possible. Her neck cranes forward, and her head swings from side to side as she hisses her rage. She slathers her spittle, hitting the glass between you as she speaks. The spoiler, peasant, vermin, big dog. He dares touch my sacred me. Shall rend him, play him, burn, ash, nothing left but ash. She stands there, panting for a moment, spent, then her eyes narrow, focus, eyes over. It will be slow, Vauclair. I will make it slow, delicious. Too late, sweetheart. He ate a bullet. I don't think you're in much of a position to threaten anybody, Dragon. Vauclair is dead, Fairy Range. Sabi natin ito. The gaunt woman breathes a ragged breath, releases it slowly. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. Will you release me now, elf? Make me whole again. Whole. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Why should I? Maybe, but you need to answer some questions first. So, ayan. You there. Now ask. Ask your questions, little elf, so I may escape this cage. The long sleep awaits. The long flight will finally end. Why did you do it? Why kill all those people? How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? What do I get if I release you? That's all I needed to know. So, magandang tanong. Ba't nga siya nag-rampage nun? The gaunt woman covers her mouth with her hand, a look of horror in her eyes. You did do it, right? You burned thousands of people to death. She glares at you over her hand, nods her head yes. Burn, burn, burn. And burn, yes. Also cold. I woke to the cold, the grey. Where is the green elf? Where is the green? What is it? What is the green? What are you talking about? Ay, maganda tanong. Ano yung green, pera? The mother. Lost. What have they done, little elf? What have they done? How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? What do I get if I release you? I don't know. How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? Swear it. Fury Finch will swear it. Very well then. Swear it. How do I know you'll keep your promises? Sorry, honey. You're a couple bullets short of a full clip. How do I know you'll keep your promise? She searches the ground for an answer, finds nothing there. You must trust. Then I swear. Then swear. I don't know. I'm not the trusting type. Trust a dragon? Do I look like a fool to you? Kasi nga sa background na yung Shadowrun na series talaga Do not ever trust a dragon. Yun yung isang sa sa catchphrases din Trust a dragon? Do I look like a fool to you, lizard? I don't know. Then swear. Yan na lang. Swear to me. Yes, swear. Swear, yes, swear. Swear to hurt none. Swear to hurt no man, no beast, nor tree, nor crop, nor building. Fury Finch will fly to the long sleep until the next age of the world. For the forever task. The shelter, the shield, the shepherd. The forever task, the shelter, the shield, the shepherd. Sige. Tanong natin kung ano yung the shelter, tsaka the shield, tsaka the shepherd. Sacred. It is sacred. The deed must be done. The shelter, the shield, the shepherd. Now let me go, or end me. But release me, release. The gaunt woman begins pacing her cell up and back. Anyone know what the hell she's talking about? Wala akong, hindi ako spellcasting Spellcasting country. Use astral perception to read Fury Finch aura. Intelligence 3. The forever task is to protect something important, something sacred. Etiquette, academic. I've heard something like this before. It was in relation to the Sumerian shepherd god Dumuzi. So ito na lang, medyo mas malalim to The gaunt woman stops her facing. Slowly her eyes rise to meet yours. They are lucid, unblurred by time or torture or separation from her body. Damuzid, that is one of the names, yes. Damuzid of the fair-spoken mouth, of the ever-kind eyes. The names change, but the forever task is etiquette, academic. Damuzid was a shepherd god. Are you a shepherd too, Fierce Finch? I am the shelter. I am the shelter. I am the shelter. I am the shield. I am the shelter. and I have failed. So meron siyang pinagtatanggol na God. Sino kaya yun? I smelled it first, long ago, when I awakened from the long slumber. The stink of it choked me and I retched. Then I saw it for as far as my eyes could see, far to the horizon. Human stone and metal, glass and flickering lights, sprawled across the land, slicing into the sky, lording over the green, smothering the whole of the world. Kasi nga itong mundo ng Shadowrun, ito, yung cyberpunk siya yung medyo na yung mundo, medyo matindi na yung pollution, tapos so yun. Yes, gone, all gone. The cold has won. The world is metal. Fury Fringe is lost. You're not lost. You said you would begin again. Remember? Don't give up hope, Fury Fringe. Fury Fringe. Was it you? What is it you wish, Dragon? I want to ask you about something else. You're not lost. You said you would begin again. Remember? Don't give up hope, Fury Fringe. Tama naman eh. Dragons do not hope, little elf. That gift is for you alone. She wraps her arms around herself, quietly shivering. Lost, Fury Fringe is lost. There will be no long slumber. The world is dead now. Fury Fringe is dead. She looks at you sadly, longingly. Will you finish it, little elf? Will you end Fury Fringe? No, Fury Fringe. A forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. Engage the emergency protocol and kill her. Oh, you'll die, but I don't care if you find peace. You burn thousands and you will pay for it. Engage the emergency protocol and end her life. Yes, I will. I will finish it. Fury Fringe, your long flight is over. Rest now. Disable the console safety override. Sorry, Dragon, but Apex goals are more important. You belong to it now. Goodbye. I need a minute. Tama. Now, Fury Fringe, a forever task requires patience and faith. The next word could be better. I have been ripped from my body, little elf, imprisoned in this girl, imprisoned in this cage, tortured longer than the span of your entire lifetime, and I have been defiled. The green is defiled, spoiled. There is no forever for me. Forever is dead. I do not want to sleep the long sleep. I want oblivion. Pasensya ka na lang. Skyrim na uso ngayon, di na uso oblivion. And me, little elf. The green needs you, Fury Fringe. You are her shelter, her shield, her shepherd. Don't abandon her. Maybe you're right. Maybe everlasting peace is the best thing for you now. And her life. As you wish, goodbye, Fury Fringe. The green needs you, Fury Fringe. You are her shelter, her shield, her shepherd. Don't abandon her. I cannot abandon what does not exist. The green is gone. The cold has won. No, the cold hasn't won. Don't forget the elves. They still tend the green. Wait, the green still lives. You haven't seen Amazonia. It's covered in jungle. Maybe you're right. Maybe peace is the... No, the cold hasn't won. Don't forget the elves. They still tend the ground. Her brow furrows and her head of string hair inclines. The elves? Yes, look at Tyr Nanog. Tyr Tairngir. Elven seat is devoted to the green, to keep it safe. Her eyes widen as the memories return. They would build walls around it, as before. Nothing is over, Dragon. The green still lives, Fury Fringe. The forever task can continue. The green still lives, Fury Fringe. She holds her head in her hands. It lives? You tell me, Dragon. You know it's true. You are Fury Fringe. While you live, the green will live. Tama. So, sige. The gun woman pulls herself to her full height, speaks as if to herself. While the green still lives, the task remains, until the last world ends. The vessel holding the dragon lifts her face to a sky she cannot see. Perhaps it is not too late. Sleep would bring healing. My nest. Her fragile form trembles but she steadies herself. When she speaks again, her voice is calm, at peace. So, yung nangyaring, yung nagsunog pala siya, yung pumatay siya ng mga tao, nagkataon lang, na ano lang siya, kumbaga ba, nabigla lang siya, masamang gising. If you release me, little elf, I will sleep the long sleep. I will begin again, in the next age of the world. Allow her to return to her body. Engage the, papatayin natin siya, ayoko sa to. Sleep well, Fairfinch, and goodbye. The gaunt woman drops to her knees, her face reflecting a series of emotions: surprise, relief, appreciation, and finally peace. Then the light exits her eyes, and she falls to the floor of her tiny cell, her body limp and lifeless. For a long moment, nothing happens. Then, without warning, the entire chamber fills with a blinding light. You can see nothing. All goes eerily quiet. And yet somewhere, just at the edge of your hearing, you think you can recognize the faint whisper of voices. They sound sad and far away. Just as you think you might discern the voices, there is a massive crash, and the entire chamber starts to shake. Disoriented, you stagger to several moments, still blinded and trying to recover. So, yung tataksa siya. Ito naman. Okay lang. Transfer control. Hindi ko naman gusto yung ano na yun eh. Yung objective na yun eh. Hindi ko gusto yun. Papatayin niya rin si Fairfinch eh. You steady yourself and your senses return in time to see the faint form of the dragon disappearing in the distance. Then Fairfinch is gone. My head tells me we released a dragon, but I can't help feeling that we did the right thing. Talaga naman eh, tama naman talaga eh. I'm surprised to hear you say that. The Firewing wasn't just any dragon. She was a great dragon, Dietrich. An insane great dragon. Lord knows what she's going to do now. It'll be fine. My guts tell me that she's gonna disappear. Find a nice cozy place to sleep off this age of the world. And try again next time. Let's hope your gut is right. She turns to you. There's nothing more for us here. Let's get back home. Tama, uwi na. Okay. Paano ba umuwi? Ang tanong, paano umuwi? Asan yung exit? Asan yung exit? Hanapin ko yung exit para makatapos na tayo dito. Dito ba? Dito? Diretso tayo sa kwarto. Ganun ba yan? Dito. Hanapin natin yung exit. Saan yung exit? Paano? Operations terminal. Ano ba lumabas? Unlock the chamber's exit door. Nice. Action completed. Auxiliary door unlocked. Okay, set the facility to self-destruct. Tama. Para hindi na magamit tong area na to. Warning, this process will lock down all further terminal access. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Hit the Y key. Para mawala na yung building na to. Tapos uwi na. Saan ang exit? You punch the button and alarm klaxons blare. An ominous rumbling sound fills the air, and the walls start to shake. That settles that. Come on, boss. Let's get the hell out of here. Right behind you. Asan yung exit? Ayun, dito. Okay, go. Takas na. Balik na sa Cruise Bazaar. Uwian na. Tapos na. Tapos na yung game sa wakas. Medyo mahabang episode pero at least tapos na. We're about to exit this occasion and return to the Cruise Bazaar. Continue. Oh. Wala na eh. Tapos na yung game eh. Yun lang yung habol natin eh. The Cruise Bazaar. You step out of the van, climbing down into the tunnel leading back to your safe house. Just hours ago, you saved Berlin from fire and ash, from the would-be sacrifice of Dr. Adrian Vauclair. It feels strange now, returning in secret, in silence. The other residents of the Cruise Bazaar go about their businesses, unaware of what almost happened here tonight. It's finally over. Your team and your keys are safe once again. Tapos na. Yun lang nahabol ko. Tapos lang natin itong campaign na to. So, tapos na. Tapos guys, ang ipapalit ko dito, ibang game naman na ipapalit ko dito sa time slot nitong Shadowrun series. Pahinga muna ako sa Shadowrun mismo. Ibang game na lang muna. Balik muna ako doon sa pinaka sa roots ko. Super Robot Wars muna ako next time. So, tapusin natin to. Kailangan natin mag-aning credits. Meet with the team. Bakit pa? Tapos na nga eh. Sige, teka. Meet with the team. Para saan pa? Pero tapos na eh. Sige, save natin dito. Di ba pwedeng credits na lang kagad? Tapos na eh. The team is waiting when you walk in. Their faces are haggard, their shoulders slumped. Was there a point to all this, Raquel Siddhartha? We lost Paul, lost Monica, the Cruise Bazaar, so many people dead. It was just supposed to be a simple job, remember? A milk run, get into the estate, snatch some data, and get home in time for worm talk on the tride. I think we've had enough worm talk for now, for our lifetime, for one lifetime. There are no simple jobs ever. That's part of the gig. Yeah, it wasn't a milk run, but Vauclair's plan failed because of us. That's something. Ayun, tama ito. Magandang reply yun. I got that, Raquel Siddhartha. I do. But not who I am. I'm a soldier. I take orders and I execute them. This whole thing about dragons taking over the world. The thought of them slowly hoarding everything. It's too big to think about. We're street level. We run the shadows, that's it. Worrying about this sort of issues is beyond our pay grade. That's what they want. That's what they need. The corps, the dragons, the politicians, everyone. They want us to think that we can't make a difference. They put effort, a lot of effort, into making us feel small, insignificant. But we're not. We had the power in our hands today. We had a choice and we made it. And because of that, the world is different. For good or for ill. That's right, for good or ill. We can't see the future. I don't think that anyone can. But the world is different now. And we're the ones who changed it. So did we, did we win? You don't win in this business. You survive. That's all a runner can hope for. All you can expect. I'll tell you what we did. We avenged Monica and Paul. That was what we set out to do, and we did it. Berlin is standing, isn't it? I'd count that as a win. Pinakamaganda dito, pinaka-philosophical na response dito to yung una. You don't win in this business. You survive. That's all a runner can hope for. All you can expect. You watch the team take this in. Teka lang. Check ko lang yung May nakuha ba tayong meron? Clean slate. 23. 23 of 30 na. So 16 na lang kulang kung achievement, pero hindi ko nahabulin yun. Ang mahalaga lang, natapos ko na yung game. So now what, Monica? So now what? Monica's gone, Paul's gone. Do we keep running together, or is this the end of the road? Glory steps forward. Her expression is troubled. I'm afraid that I'm out. For a while at least. Pahinga ka na muna. I have some personal business to attend to. There's a man that I need to find. A vicious, repulsive monster who needs to be brought to justice. Raquel Sajata knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, yung target niya, yung leader ng cult nila. I might be gone for a long time. For the time being, you should write me off. Maybe find someone to fill my shoes. But this place is my home, and you people are my family. I promise you, when the job is done, I'll come back to the Cruise Bazaar. I hope that you'll still have me. We'll be here, Glory. There'll always be a spot for you on my team. I'm proud of you, Glory. I hope that you find what you're looking for. If you need anything, you know where to come. Toto. Yung second option. I'm proud of you, Glory. I hope that you find what you're looking for. Glory nods. I will. And Raquel Siddhartha? Thank you. I'll miss you, love. Be safe. Dietrich turns to you. Well, I'm in. I'm getting kind of old for a Shadowrunner, but I'd rather die in the shadows with you people than live. I don't know. I thought I had something going there. Whatever. The point is I'm in. That was beautiful, man. Ayun, medyo wala ka naman din kwenta, Blitz Hindi rin kita masyado nagagamit Iger turns to you. So Raquel Siddhartha, you gonna stick around the Cruise Bazaar and keep running the shadows with me? You've done a hell of a job. I'd be happy to follow your lead. Depends. Are we done with that fearless leader crap? I've never run with a team this good. I'd be stupid to give it up. If it means picking up where Monica left off and keeping the Cruise Bazaar safe, I'm in too. So, sige. Ito pinakamaganda. Makes sense to me. Iger looks around, realizes that she forgot Blitz. What about you, Blitz? What about me? Blitz's expression is sober. I mean, sure, whatever. I got nowhere else to go, and no one to give a shit about me. Why not hang out with insane dragons, assholes toting enormous machine guns, and devil dogs that hump my leg when no one's looking? Okay, He says, could be fun, right? So count me in, I guess. Iger snorts a laugh. Then she's back to business. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his secret rats over here. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his street rats over here before you got here. Said he wants to talk to you about something. Thanks, I'm going to see what's going on in the Cruise Bazaar. I stopped by the coffee shop on my way. Ano ba yan? So, meet with the team. Meet with Alphag. So, ito na yung huli. So, sige, punta natin si check lang tayo dito sa computer natin kung merong na bago. Check your inbox for new messages. One unread message. Ascendancy. The screen flickers to life. Luca Duer's face shines out through the gloom. Raquel Sajata, I would like to thank you for your continual assistance over the course of the past few weeks. Ascending the ladder of an organization like mine is never easy, but it's much simpler when an ally such as yourself volunteers to do the heavy lifting. Ang dami pang text ito, gusto ko na talaga tapusin lang. Each task that you performed for me took me 1 one rung higher. Stahl's survival proved an embarrassment for his handler, Marquez, the first of my rivals. It would have been better for her if Stahl had been made a martyr. His survival has created a rift within the Humanist Polyclub that looks quite damning on paper. I spare you the details on the other little tasks that I had you perform, but suffice it to say that each was an arrow aimed at the heart of a rival, and the elimination of Alishar on your trial run created a vacancy within my organization that only I could fill. He was one of us, by the way. You will not see me in the Cruise Bazaar again. My concerns are global now. But understand that everything you have done has been for the greater good. My greater good, specifically. Goodbye. The image flickers and distorts, then winks out. There is a chugging noise from inside your computer. A text box pops onto the screen. File not found. You search your inbox again, but Doer's message is gone. May self-destruct siya. May self-destruct mechanism. You have 0 messages. Very nice. Tingin tayo sa Shadowrun BBS. Pay data for sale? Wala. Search BBS for relevant. Wala na. Kasi nga pala, dinispatch siya ni Apex yung mga tao sa BBS eh. Tapusin na lang natin guys, teka. Kausapin na lang natin si Altag, tsaka si ano rin. Si Tag ito. Yung may-ari ng ano. Yung may-ari nung Civic Center. Para tapos na, yun lang naman eh. Hindi. Wala na siya dito, so ayun ito. Hindi, yung matanda to eh. Si Lane. Iba to, hindi yan yun. Si Samuel Beckenbauer. Ito pala. Dito siya eh. Teka, sabi ko naman na si Lane. Lane oversees the repair of one of the Cruise Bazaar's buildings. The old troll seems to be standing taller, barely needing the crutch. His face is as grim as ever, as always, but there is less weariness in his eyes than before. Rakal Siddhartha, what's going on here? What's it look like? We're baking a pie. The grizzled troll actually manages a short laugh before turning serious again. We're shoring up the fortifications such as they are. Lots of damage during the attack. Plus, they exposed some holes in our defenses. We really ought to plug up, just in case. We appreciate your help, Alekei. It's the least I can do. I wasn't much help during the attack. Truth be told, I owe my life to Samuel, his people, and to the Cruise Bazaar. This is my way of saying thanks. Okay, I leave you to your work. Okay. Si Altag na, last na to. Kailangan natin siya kausapin para tapos na. Tatagal pa kasi para tapos na sana eh. Hintay lang naman natin yung end credits, tapos na eh. Okay, Altag. Yan, save ko nga dito ulit para at least kung ano man tapos yung mga ibang dialogue. Check ko lang. Bilis na, gusto ko nang tapusin to. Ano ba? How very propitious it is that we may speak again, Mistress of Mayhem. I have a proposal for you that could prove most lucrative to us both. F and them. Most lucrative. Fortune will surely smile upon our blessed partnership if you will only accept. I'm listening, oh master of hyperbole. I could use a good payday. You have my attention, Burgasi. What do you have in mind? So, ito na lang. Ano siya, maboka yung sinabi niya. So, mag-react din tayo ng ganun. So, ito. I'm listening, oh master of hyperbole. With the passing of her arm cell, may God bestow His mercy on him. You find yourself without a fixer. I wish to offer my services to you in this regard. You will find that Altag Bargasi is a most connected and business-savvy partner. Sounds like a match made in heaven, Altag. How do we start? Sorry, Altag. I'll find my own business from now on. Choosing a fixer isn't something you do lightly, Altag. I need to think about it. Kasi tama, kasi yun. Kampi na lang, para lang ano, di ba? Dahil tinulungan naman niya tayo nung nakaraan din eh. I have already found a potential client, oh blessed one. A most prosperous one, with deep pockets. He is eager to meet you. When you are ready, take the U-Bahn to Brandenburger Tor. He will find you there. Brandenburger Tor? Got it. As soon as I finish up here, I'll go meet him. Okay. Take the U-Bahn to Ano ba yan? End credits ang hinihintay ko. Bakit ayaw niya pa ibigay sa akin? Tapos na yung game eh. Your PDA buzzes. An incoming com sender unknown. Answer it. Uy! Ano to sa Apex? An all too familiar face appears on the screen. She's frowning, a look of incredible sorrow in her eyes. Oh Ace, you've made a terrible mistake. You don't frighten me, Apex. Nothing should have the kind of power you were asking for. I had to do what I did. All right, Apex. What can I do to make this right? No, Ace, you didn't. You chose to do what you did, just as you chose to free me. I'm not afraid. I didn't kill you before, but I'm starting to think that I should now. Ano ba yan? Ito na lang. I'm not afraid of you. Ano ba yan? Ang ganda itsura niya. The Monica image's muscles begin to contort and stretch. Her mouth twists up into a rictus grin. You really should. The cam cuts out. Your PDA screen goes black. Ano ba? Tapos na? Okay. Take the U-Bahn. So, sige. Gusto ko lang talagang tapusin eh. Parang awa nyo na. Tapos na yung game eh. Pinahahaba pa eh. Tapos na eh. So, punta tayo sa U-Bahn. Save natin. Hopefully, ito na yung hinintay kong end credits. Bago ako sumakay, save ko ulit. Para lang sigurado. Tagal, ano ba yan? Tapos na dapat eh, pasaway. The train car is empty except for the man in the immaculately tailored Italian suit. You notice him watching you for several minutes while the train rumbles its way towards Brandenburg Tor. Finally, he speaks. The stranger's words come out slowly in a deep, melodious tone that is easy to hear, despite the noise of the train. He takes his time accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. Strange man. Hello, I assume that the business with Dr. Vauclair is concluded, yes? Okay to ah. Parang si Parang si Lucius Malfoy yung itsura. Oh, Claire, never heard of him. Do I know you, friend? Eye him and remain silent. Do I know you, friend? No, but you are about to. The man inclines his head slightly in introduction. Hans Brackhaus. I represent an interested party. Someone who wishes to know about you. About your encounter with Dr. Baclair. And how do you know about that? My encounters are my business, Maynard. Does this interested party understand that information is a commodity? Brackhaus continues. My employer also wishes to hear about the Lady Fierwishwinch, a fascinating creature, so unlike her brothers and sisters. It is a relief that she is now free. Dragons are not meant for captivity. The Lady Fierwishwinch, least of all, she was special in this world. I am sure you would agree. I don't know, dragons are dangerous. Maybe, but let's face it, dragons are scary. Dragons are no different from everyone else. There are those who take and those who get taken. A dragon is just another taker. I don't give a crap about dragon sans. So ito na, yung number 4. He purses his lips, considering. Just another taker. Interesting. Dragons take. This is undeniable. But they cannot be considered just another taker, as you put it. They are the ultimate takers. It is the reason for existence. The great dragons are very old and very powerful and very, very cunning. Cunning, unknowable to you. Tal-tal na, ano ba? Gusto ko na tapusin tong game, ano ba? You look at a moth and barely perceive sentience. You glance its way, amused, as it flutters towards a bright light in a vain attempt to what? To enter, to draw strength, to burn. It doesn't know. The epic struggle it is barely one 100th of your lifespan. The sum total of its existence is nothing against the vast scale of your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, which it could not fathom in a thousand years. Poor moth. Ayan. Ba't may ganyan pa? Credits na lang hinihintay ko eh. He leans forwards. You will live and die between the beats of a dragon's heart, mein Freunden. What hope do you have of understanding them? No kidding, insane dragons are even harder to understand. But I was able to get through to her, for a moment at least. None, Fierwishwinch massacred thousands, and a stranger on a train calls her fascinating. Obviously, this is all beyond my comprehension. I understand enough. The Firewing was a great dragon, and she was insane. I don't need to. I have enough troubles of my own to care about what a great dragon thinks. Not much. I'm still not sure why we're even having this conversation. Ito na lang. Raka studies your face closely. How disappointing. We have been following your work for some time now, and we're under the impression that you possess a faint spark of perspicacity. But perhaps you are simply being cagey. No matter, I will speak more plainly. My Lady Fierwishwinch was a nurturer, a caregiver, rare among her kind. Where her brothers and sisters saw the world as a prize to be won, she saw it as a garden to be tended. Can you imagine? For world upon world, the great dragon Fierwishwinch brought wisdom and succored succor to countless souls, and she was loved for it. Exalted, a goddess. Paano ito? Ano ba yan? Gusto ko nang matapos ito. Ano ba? Tagal! When she awoke from her long slumber in 2012 and saw what the world had become, what meta-humanity had done to the garden she had tended for great ages. She's struck with the rage, regret, frustration, and anguish of a mother whose children had played with fire and burned the house down, killing themselves in the blaze. She unleashed fire and death through her tears. But now she is free again, and insane. The perfect addition to the sixth world. Thanks for the lecture, Professor. Now who are you? You seem to know a lot about dragons, Hans. Think your employer wants you telling me all this? Time to cut to the chase, friend. Who are you, and what do you want from me? Ito na lang, tama. Dahil gusto ko nang tapusin eh. Sobrang haba na eh. The representative of potential client, a very influential client, and one who pays extraordinarily well. And he is someone who demands a modicum of respect. Now listen. Diba to, gusto ko naman tapos. Ang tagal! Dami pang ganito. Credits lang hinihintay ko eh. The man removes his hand from his knees, holds them in his lap. I tell you all this so that you have context, perspective, before I ask you this next question, Shadowrunner. If Dr. Vauclair's weapon had not required dragon fire, if it had been capable of destroying every dragon on Earth without touching a hair on meta-humanity's head, would you have used it? I think so. The world's conflicted enough. One less group of players simplifies it a bit. Definitely, dragons are too powerful, too unknowable, and too dangerous to let live. Yet this world doesn't belong to dragons. It's ours. No, wiping out an entire species is wrong. I don't think so. Who knows what would fill the power vacuum left behind? I don't know. This is bigger than me. So no, wiping out an entire species is wrong. Monochromatic thinking. But I appreciate a career criminal's attempt at morality. Of course, you feel that wiping out a species is wrong. The feeling is a subtle but ingrained defense mechanism that should be cherished. One day, it may be meta-humanity poised for extermination. Well, on to the business at hand. My employer wishes to secure your team's services for a series of operations that will likely require the remainder of 2054. Sounds interesting. Who's the boss? Depends. Who is this mysterious employer of yours? I don't know. After Green Winters, I need to have a better idea of whom I'm working for these days. Depends. Who is this mysterious employer of yours? It is no mystery. You will be working for the Great Dragon Lolware. Ah, nice. Connection to sa Shadowrun Returns. Perhaps you have heard of it. What makes you think I'm going to make a deal with the dragon? Ayan na naman yung comment. Ayan na naman yung catchphrase ng Shadowrun na franchise. His eyes glint. Because you have already been working for him. For some time now. Main dame. Or did you think Green Winters found the Harfield Manor on his own? Say natin. Well, that puts a new spin on things. Nice try, but I don't buy it. If Lolware knew what Vauclair was planning, he'd have handled it himself. Say natin na lang muna. The rattle of wheel on the track gives way to a shimmering screech. Gradually, the train begins to slow. He glances up at the U-Bahn map on the wall and smiles. This is my stop. Coming? Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop too. Maybe in the 7th world, Hans, but not today. No way, I'm no dragon spawn. When you see your boss, you tell him that. I'd rather floss my teeth with monomolecular wire. I've got nowhere else I need to be. Ito na. Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop too. Kahit hindi. The train comes to a halt, and the doors open. Braca stands, brushes off his Italian suit, and exits without another word. As you turn to follow, Your eyes catches an advertisement for Worm Talk above the subway car door. Brackhouse glances back at you. From the platform, the light from the car reflecting yellow in his gaze. You step out of the subway car and follow him up the stairs and into the Berlin night, into the shadows. Tapos din, sa wakas, ba yan? Pinatagal pa, may ganyan pa. Ano ba yan? Berlin New Fax contains just one report of a large-scale explosion in the countryside, east of Berlin. An abandoned castle is reportedly consumed in a massive fireball that shakes the countryside and leaves a crater 60 feet deep. A natural gas leak is suspected, and the location is soon cordoned off by unidentified corporate forces. This news is eclipsed when Cedar Crop announces its acquisition of Ariane's Space, the last remaining arm of the European space program. The flag states anarchist rule remains until 2055, when joint corporate forces acting with the support of the German government invade the city. It's widely known that the Great Dragon Lulware is responsible for orchestrating this action. After weeks of fighting, the surviving anarchists are forced to retreat to the eastern part of the city. A truce is signed in 2060 and Berlin is again divided by a wall. The Great Dragon Dunkelzahn is elected President of the United Canadian and American States in 2057. He is promptly assassinated as he leaves an inauguration party at the Watergate Hotel. Okay, reenactment of the past in human form. Popular opinion is that another great dragon is responsible, as only a dragon can kill a dragon. But those in the shadows hint that an act of powerful blood magic is the cause. Grainy photographs of a large winged creature crossing a full moon above the Harz Mountains circulating in Germany for several years. Conspiracy theorists take this as evidence that a new great dragon has emerged. But when no further sightings are reported, interest wanes. The name of Dr. Oren Leclerc has since been lost to the shadows. Ayun din, tagal na ba yan? Sobrang tagal. Ito rin na ba yung ito rin para yung credits, ano ba yan? Okay. Grabe, hindi lang yata isang oras to. Siguro 2 hours to. So, anyway, Keshan Velosa signing off. Next game na lang ulit.